Welcome to day 5 of your mindfulness program. Today we'll be looking at something similar like yesterday. We will be focusing on breathing to a count of 10. But today, what we will do is we will, during the middle of it, stop, count to 10, and just allow ourselves to breathe and concentrate on the breathing, the rise and the fall of your breath that happens naturally. And we're consistently practicing to let things pass, let things slide, let things move on. We get a thought, we acknowledge it, and we let it move on. That's a very important process. Process that is important outside of mindfulness as well. Being rigid in terms of how we think, in terms of how we behave, can be unhelpful to our well-being. Um, we have a tendency to dig our heels in when it comes to certain situations, certain people, um, and I suppose about yourself to a certain degree as well. We have a perception of how we are and how we view others. And sometimes that needs to be not as rigid. And that's a skill you're learning here as well. Um, to be able to bend and let things go. And this is a very important skill. Okay, for today, let's get into a comfortable position. Ideally, sitting down, not lying down because you don't want to fall asleep. Back straight, keep yourself alert. Feet firmly on the floor, and bring yourself into the room. What temperature is the room? What noises are in the room? And take a few good deep breaths. In through the nose, down into your belly, and out through your mouth. If you haven't already, you can close your eyes. Focus on the point of contact between you and the floor, you and the chair. Feel the pressure in these areas, the weight of the body being supported. And we'll start with a body scan. Start at the top of our head and we'll go all the way down to our toes. Bring it down into your forehead, corners of your eyes. Relax your facial muscles, your jawbone, into your neck, into your shoulders, down into your arms, into your hands, into your chest, and into your stomach, and down into your legs. Notice you're becoming aware of your breathing, the rise and fall that happens all by itself. If you haven't already, start counting your breaths. In is 1, out is 2. Up to a count of 10, and then back to 0. you find your mind getting distracted, you focus it back to the count of 10. Be mindful of following your thoughts. For the last minute or so, just stop counting and just pay attention to the rise and fall of your breathing. Feel your body's expansion and contraction. Keep your focus on that rise and fall of your breathing. It happens naturally, all by itself. And we'll start bringing it back into the room now. Bring yourself back into the room. Space around you. Point of contact between you and the floor, you and the chair beneath you. Focus on the sounds that you hear, the temperature of the room. How does your body feel right now? And importantly, how do you feel now compared to the start? Is it different? Is it the same? And if you haven't already, you can open your eyes and have a look around the room and see freshness in your perspective. How did you find not counting the rise and fall, keeping a concentration on that rise and fall? Everyone's going to be different. Some people will feel it as their body rises and body falls. The rise and fall of the breath. Some people feel it in their nose, some people feel it in their belly. How did you find that experience? I think once we get used to it, I think it can come across real relaxing and real peaceful. Hope you enjoyed session 5. Come back tomorrow for session 6. Bye.